Hello friends, this video on surface area and volumes part 15 is brought to you by examfear.com. No more fear from exam. Let's understand the volume concept now. So let's try to make a cuboid now. And assuming we have a sheet of length L into breadth. So what is the area of this sheet? L into B. So if we pile up a lot of sheets together and make sure that the height rise to h, what will be the volume of the sheet? It will be what? L into B into h. The volume of the whole figure will be L into B into h. Correct? So you see, the volume of cuboid is length into breadth into height. Please don't get confused with surface area. For surface area, it was 2 into length breadth plus length height plus breadth height. We are talking about the volume, the capacity of this particular cuboid, right? The amount of liquid or the air this cuboid can hold. Okay, that is volume. We are talking about volume here. And if you talk about cuboid, we have already told cuboid is nothing but it's a box shaped 3D solid object. It has 3 flat sides. So if you see, there has 6 flat sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then back 6 sides or 6 flat sides, and all these 6 rectangular sides will be mixed. All these sides are rectangular or faces, I can say 6 faces, and all these faces are rectangular, and all these surfaces are right angle. You take any of these angles, all be 90-degree angle. Okay, that is cuboid, and the volume of cuboid is nothing but length into breadth into height, because each sheet was length into breadth, and if you add n number of sheets to make sure the height is h, the whole volume will become L into B into h. Similarly for cube, so if I have a cube of A into A and I pile up a lot of sheets, I have a sheet of A into A and I pile up a lot of sheets to make sure that the height becomes A, this also is A, then the volume of this whole thing will be A into A into A, that is A cube. So this is volume of cube. Okay, so volume of cuboid was length into breadth into height, and volume of cube is A into A into A. That is side cube. A is the side. Pretty easy formula. Surface area of cube is what? 6A square. Volume of cube, A cube. And please note that the volume, the dimension is always in meter cube or centimeter cube, right? You see, to the power 3. That is volume. Right? As I told, the volume is nothing but the quantity of 3D objects enclosed by some closed boundary. It is, for example, quantity of water it can hold, quantity of air it can hold, or quantity of grains it can hold, and it is always in meter cube, centimeter cube, liters. Liter is also used typically. You'll see that. Okay, typically 1000 centimeter cube is equal to 1 liter, and this is true for water, because you talk about liter, you have other dimensions also coming into picture, but for water density is 1, so 1000 centimeter cube will be 1 liter for water. So let's take some numericals to understand the volumes of cubes and cuboid in detail. A wall of length 10 meter was to be built across an open ground. The height of the wall is 4 meter and the thickness is 24 centimeter. Please note there are some units in meter, some unit in centimeter, and the brick is also in centimeter. So let's put everything in centimeter. 10 meter becomes what? 1000 centimeter, right? And 4 meter becomes 400 centimeter. So the length is 1000 centimeter. So I put 1000. The height is 400 centimeter. 400. And the thickness of the wall is 24 centimeter. So you see, this is nothing but a cuboid, right? If this wall has to be built with a brick whose dimensions are given, so one brick dimension is given. So this is, let's suppose 24 12, 8. This is 12. This is 24. This is 8. For one brick. Okay. How many bricks will be required? So in this case, if we can find the area of the complete wall, if you find the area of this brick, if we divide them, we'll get to know the number of bricks required. Sorry, volume. Okay. See, it is pretty easy. If the volume of, let's suppose, one brick is 100 meter cube, right? And the question is, how many bricks are required to cover 5,000 meter cube? So if the volume of one brick is 1000 meter cube, how many bricks is required to cover 5,000 meter cube? Obvious answer is 5. Right? So if you take 5 brick of 1000 meter cube each, you get the volume of 5,000 meter cube. Similar concept here. Okay, so let's do this. Let's find the volume of wall. That is nothing but length into breadth into height. So length value is 1000, breadth is 400, and height is, sorry, breadth was 24. Anyway, let's multiply or multiplication only. Okay, so if you multiply these three and the unit was centimeter, it becomes centimeter cube. That is the volume of the wall. So volume of one brick is how much? Again the same formula, length into breadth into height. What is the value? 24 into 12 into 8, and this is also centimeter cube. So number of brick required will be what? Volume of wall by volume of one brick. Let's divide this. 1000 into 400 into 24 centimeter cube divided by this value. 24 into 12 into 8 centimeter. This is cancel. 8, 5, 50, and yeah, that's all. So if you solve it, you get 4166.6. So approximately 4167 bricks will be required. Okay, so why we took more? Because 4166.6 bricks is definitely required. So you can just, you can't take 4166.6, you can't have fraction number of bits. So you have to add one, you have to round it up, and that becomes 4167 bricks. So minimum 4167 bricks are required to make this wall. And please note, in this question, in this kind of scenarios, the bricks may have to be broken to create this wall, right, into 2 parts or 3 parts and then again assembled. So if the requirement is that the bricks should not be broken and then you have to create this wall, then the number of bricks required will be a little high, and we'll see one numerical in that lines. Okay, now let's understand one more question. It's a pretty easy question. A child playing with the building blocks which are of the shape of a cubes has built a structure. The structure looks like this, and if each edge of the cube is 3 centimeter, so if this is 3, this is 3, right, is a cube. So we need to find the volume of the whole structure. See, to find the volume of the whole structure, what we can do is, first we can find volume of one cube, and that is nothing but a cube. Put the value of a to be 3, that is 27 centimeter cube. How many cubes? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 cubes. So volume of the shape or structure is nothing but volume of 15 cubes. And that is nothing but 15 into 27 and centimeter cube, that is 405 centimeter cube. So 405 centimeter cube is the total volume of the structure. Okay, let's take one more numerical. The matchbox. This is a matchbox which measures 4 centimeter into 2.5 centimeter into 15 centimeters. The matchbox. So let this be 4, let this be 2.5, and let this unit be 1.5. Okay. What is the volume of packet containing 12 such box? So if we can find the volume of one box, we can easily find the volume of 12 box. Pretty easy, right? So volume of one matchbox is what? 4 into 25 into 1.5, and that is centimeter cube. So you solve this. O into 2.5 is 10 into 1.5, 15 centimeter cube. So volume of 12 matchbox will be what? 12 into 15, that is 108 centimeter cube. Right? The question was that volume of one matchbox we could be found, and then we have to create a pack of 12 such matchbox. What will be the volume of packet? So volume of packet will be nothing but you add the volume of all these 12 matchbox, you get the volume of packet. So that's what we did. We found the volume of one matchbox and we then multiplied it with 12 to find the volume of 12 matchbox, and the volume of 12 matchbox is nothing but volume of the bigger packet, right? This packet. So in this packet we'll have 12 such matchbox. It will be like this, right? I don't know. Yeah. A cuboidal vessel is 10 meter long. This guy is 10 meter long, 8 meter wide, and how much will be the height they have not given, and they are asking for height actually, so that it should hold 380 cubic meter of water. And things are pretty straightforward here because the units are all in meter. So volume of vessel is nothing but length into breadth into height. Volume of vessel is given 380 meter cube is equal to length, that is 10 meter, into breadth, that is 8 meter, into height, we don't know, 1 meter, 2 meter, and this meter cube becomes meter. So height becomes, and this also gets cancelled, right? So height is nothing but 38 by 8, that is nothing but 19 by 4, that is 4.75 meter. That is the value of the height. Okay. Thank you. Visit our website examfear.com to watch more and more quality education videos. You can also attempt free online tests that are there in our website. You can also get access to tons of free study materials, and you can also find free tutors and mentors in this website. Thanks a lot for watching.